Alright guys, welcome back. We're finally out working on the bobber again. We're going to be building the engine after what seems like forever. Between me ordering the wrong pistons, having to wait for them, polishing forever, and just other setbacks. We're ready to build it. So for those of you who aren't following, we're going from the 883 to the 1200. So we got bored out cylinders, we got bigger pistons. We're going to have 9.5 to 1 compression ratio. The heads we're keeping the same, no cam work, and the rocker boxes are the same. We're all polishing up, but I have new gaskets for everything and new head bolts because the other ones were real grimy looking. So let's get building. So I should have done this first, but I gotta get rid of this old gasket here so I have room for the new one. You can see how it's chipped in some areas and stuff, so gotta scrape that off, make sure I don't get anything in the engine, and we'll put the new gasket on. so cylinders are in, pistons are in, onto the heads. Like I mentioned in the last video, while I was waiting for the pistons, I got these painted up, same as the cylinders. I do got to clean up some of the old gasket material, as well as a little bit of overspray from some poor taping. I got the new head gaskets and the new O-rings and gaskets for the pushrod tubes. So we'll get those all installed and get the heads on. So another minor setback in this is on top of these cylinders, they have these dowel pins that help you locate where the heads go on them. And I didn't notice that I didn't have them in these cylinders. So I tried to pull them out of the old ones, and they're press fit in there pretty good. I didn't think I was going to be able to get them out without destroying them. So I had to order some. This is all they are. So fairly cheap, but put me back a little bit. And now I got to try and put them in while the cylinders are already in the bike, but shouldn't be too bad. But another minor setback. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. We have the engine put back together finally. I'm a big fan of how it looks. I really like the black and polish. I pictured it in my head, and I'm really glad it came out the way I thought it would. So one thing I gotta say is, if you're gonna do this work, get that James gasket kit. That has every single kit. I mean, every single gasket you could possibly need, and it's just a lifesaver when it comes to just not having to know exactly which ones to order. There's some little O-rings and gaskets you don't even know you need until you take it apart and see them. So unless you've built this before, you know exactly what you're getting. I recommend that gasket kit. That was the best thing I bought for this. So just a couple of takeaways of maybe things I've learned this time around is, one, the little bolts on top of the rocker box, they didn't look that bad when I took them off, but now against the polished cover, they look extra grimy. So I don't know if I should have got new ones or polished them up or put them in a tumbler or something, but I think I may even go back and do that. I'm not sure. The other thing is the intake where it wires off after the carb there. I just left that the raw aluminum. I did clean it up to get some of the grime off it, but in hindsight, I should have painted that black to match the cylinders. Again, I might go back and do that, but just listing some of the things I noticed as I'm putting it together. But overall, I think it came out pretty well. I like the coloring of the polish and the black. I think the black really makes the polished parts really pop, but you know, to each their own. That's all just styling. What's really going to matter is when this thing starts up. So I got some more things to do before I'm ready to start this, but I'm really excited to get this thing going. So I'm trying to take my time and do it right, even though I'm really anxious to get this thing on the road and hear this thing run. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and more building to come.